And now to the plea deal for the three men accused of plotting the 9/11 attacks. The agreement coming more than 2 decades after the tragedy that changed our city forever. Khalid Shaikh Mohammad and 2 accomplices are expected to enter those pleas as early as next week. But is it the justice that 9/11 families want? Bauman has the story tonight.
It's been over 20 years since the 9/11 attacks killed nearly 3,000 people, and the case against these 3 alleged terrorists has dragged on for more than a decade. On September 11th, 2001, Alice Yu was working as an accountant on the 71st floor of the South Tower.
I felt the shaking of it, like an earthquake, and that's when we felt really scared.
She struggled with survivor's guilt in the years since and is now struggling with news that the man accused of plotting the attacks has agreed to plead guilty.
I'm thankful that they pled guilty. I mean, it's been so many years now, but I don't know what's the best punishment.
Khalid Shaikh Mohammad, a U.S. educated engineer, is accused of coming up with the idea to fly hijacked planes into buildings. He and his 2 co-defendants are expected to enter their pleas as soon as next week at Guantanamo Bay, where they've spent nearly 20 years in custody.
Tonight, you see universal outrage over the decision to enter into a plea agreement as opposed to take this to trial.
They're allowing these 3 terrorists and mass murderers to continue to live while, on average, 3 New York City firefighters are dying every month.
Details of the plea bargain are unclear, but the defendant's long-standing condition has been to avoid the death penalty. Some families of victims say the government recently told them it would meet that condition.
I'm not looking for closure. You do look for at least some sense of justice.
Mike Burke's brother Billy was an FDNY firefighter who died while saving civilians in the North Tower.
The firefighters, they went into the building and they were prepared to die to save innocents. KSM gets a plea deal. That doesn't strike me as justice.
Some of the victims' families tell me they are desperately waiting for details of the agreement, particularly where these defendants will serve out their sentences. From Lower Manhattan, Bauman, CBS News, New York.